Hello guys, this time we are here for making summaries using pivot tables and subtotals. You make summaries so that anyone who you maybe report to won't have to go through the entire table to get a grasp of what has been happening. You make a summary to make them understand quickly without going through the entire data. So I am going to start with the pivot tables. So you go to insert tab, and then the tables group, you click on pivot table. Pivot tables, you select the table or range, the range you want the data or your data to come from. So I know now you have understood how you select these. You select the entire range up to that level, then you click on the selection arrow, then choose where you want the pivot report to be placed. Is it on a new worksheet or existing worksheet? Let us use the existing worksheet, and then let us choose this location ianze hapo, and then you click on OK. After clicking on OK, a shell of a pivot table appears here, and then you have a pen on your right hand side where you need to design your pivot table. You have columns, values and rows. Rows ziko hapa, columns ziko hapa, and then you have values that need to be here. For example, we can choose to have date as our columns, so you drag and drop hapo. Then we have something like item is our rows, and amount is our values, so that we can tell that date 21st November the books were sold at this amount, cards this amount, the total made kwa hiyo siku was this amount, etc. And you can drag to see by the end of the dates how much was the grand total for books, how much was for the cards, how much was the, and then by the end of all the sales, the cards, the sports goods, the sales made were this sum total of amount. So this is a good summary showing how sales have been done. You can also change things like columns. What do you want? What else do you want to make a total of? Unataka ujue sales people wamefanya kazi aje. So you can remove the field hapa, uweke salesperson as columns. So you have the salesperson, so you can tell books sold by Carl made this amount, cards sold by Carl used this amount, Judy sold maybe sports good worth this amount, etc. But you can want to say, if Carl you sold the books worth this amount, how many were the books? So you can choose to change the values here to have something else like counting the number of books he sold. So you come here, you click on the drop down kwa values, and then you value field setting, and then you say you don't want the sum, you want them counted, and then you click on OK. So you can tell that Carl I'll use 6 books, 5 cards, etc. So you can see for each salesperson, and by the end of the day the items sold were these ones. So you can even tell the best salesperson who is Carl, followed by Mary, followed by John, etc. So that is how you go about pivot tables. So the other thing, I want to use the same data to do something called subtotals. When doing subtotals, you start by selecting the data you want to use, then you do sorting so that data inaweza kuwa pamoja. For example, let us first of all sort by date. So we can click on this level, tunaweza click on this level and then we delete level ndio tu sort na level moja. So let us sort by date and then click on OK, so that we can use date as one of our subtotals. So then you come to and click subtotal. In each change in date, give us subtotals. Achana na hiyo. In each change in date, use function sum to give us what? Amount. To give us amount. To change date, tunapata the amount sold in that day, and then click on OK. So we expect to get something like in date 26. Mahali date 26 inaishia, we need to have total. Total ya amount ni 23,000. These are the sales made during that day. Mahali ingine tumepata date 25, mahali imeisha tunapata total yake etc. And realize that this one has levels. So we have level 1 yenye inatuonyesha the grad total, and whenever you see these hash signs, know that it is a space that is not enough for you. So sales zote zenye zilifanywa wa a total of 100,914. We had already seen these in our pivot tables, so we know it is right. And then you can see dates. 26th they sold 23,000, 21st they sold 8,900. That is how the subtotals are seen. That is how we see the subtotals, and then we can we see the entire data and how the subtotals were calculated. Ndio maana tumescroll hivi na tukaona kila date ikichange we have the subtotal. So the other thing ungrouping, and I hope now I have my data back. Subtotal, and then remove all the subtotals. That is how you clear. The next thing, we can even choose to sort we sort first of all the salesperson, and then we can make subtotals by salesperson. To in each change in salesperson, subtotal in each change in salesperson, you choose salesperson, get add subtotal to amount, then click on OK. So tunaona Carl aliuza pesa ngapi, tunaona John aliuza pesa ngapi, Susan etc. So tumesema you can view it from level 2. You can see kila mtu aliuza ngapi, and here is where you see the grad total is here. Of course the grad total would change even if you use what field, because it remains the same. These were the sales made there, and this is how we got the what, the total amount. So you can even scroll and see who had the highest sales. We expect it to be okay, we have someone Carl and Mary almost tying, but we have Mary having the highest. Maybe aliuza vitu za bei mingi ama bei kali etc. So that is how you make subtotals. So clearing the subtotals, you go to subtotal and then you click on remove all. Yes, so that is how you make summaries using pivot tables and subtotals. So thank you.